Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel here. My name is Lord Alvon, and tonight I'll be bringing you yet another vintage cube draft. And today we get to start off with the most powerful card in Magic, Black Lotus. Yeah, so this is gonna be a sweet deck already, I can tell. So, yep, this pack is very stacked. We've got a Black Lotus. We've got two Moxes. We have a sweet Planeswalker. We have an original duel. We have just so many strong cards here. Even like a 1 mana 3 damage card. Yeah, but Black Lotus is the obvious pick. It's going to enable us to do some pretty disgusting things, like if this Elspeth comes around, we can play her on turn 1. There are a lot of disgusting things you can do with Black Lotus, and I am very much looking forward to trying it out. This will be my first time getting to play with Black Lotus in this cube, and it should be pretty sweet. Alright, get in there, Black Lotus. Okay, so to follow up our Lotus, this pack is interesting. Standouts from this pack to me are the Dimir Signet. Good mana ramp is always pretty premium in cube. We have some nice shocklands here. Those are very solid. I like the Duress, but this thing usually tables. I like Pestermite if I want to try to draft some sort of Splinter Twin combo deck. But second pick, I really am not too keen on picking up a Pestermite this early. So I think the card that is going to be the best here is the Dimir Signet. It's very solid. Blue and black are colors I like to be in cube. We might get this Duress back if people take Pestermite, Thragtusk, Land Tax, Sword, a couple of these dual lands. Yeah, it's very reasonable that Duress can come around. So I would love to have this on the wheel, but Dimir Signet is going to be my pick. Okay, let's look what we've got here. Black Lotus. Yeah, I know. Pretty crazy, huh, Cheezat? All right. Yeah, we got a pretty good start so far. So I could take the Tameo here. Tameo is pretty good on turn 2 off Black Lotus. That's a thing I could do. We also have Sulfuric Vortex is a great card. Very powerful. I like that. I like Jiraga Tree Speaker. It doesn't really go with either of the cards we already have. We could take Kozilek Butcher of Truth. But I haven't got to try Tameo out in a while. Tameo could be fun. I don't really like that many of the other cards in this pack. I'm going to take Tameo, the Moon Sage, and we're going to try to cast her on turn 2 off this Black Lotus. We're going to probably win a lot of games doing that. Okay, so this pack is very interesting. Powerful standouts in this pack for me are the Zealous Conscripts. This is just very strong card. Yeah, that would be disgusting. Absolutely. Turn 2 Tameo is just crazy. We've got Verdant Catacombs. I do like fetch lands, and Verdant Catacombs is one of the best fetch lands. Could take Search for Iskanta. I've been very impressed with Search for Iskanta. And if we're playing Tameo, Search for Iskanta is definitely a card that will be in the deck for sure. This red does seem to be coming around here, and Conscript is quite good. But I think we're going to stick to the blue, maybe try to cut off blue and pick up some solid blue stuff in pack number 2. All right, so here, the most powerful card in this pack is probably, for us, is probably the Simic Signet. Getting a lot of really good mana is pretty great in cube, and blue Signets are pretty premium. So I like the Simic Signet. I also like Walking Ballista. I've had this card in a lot of my decks so far for this cube, and it's been very good. Just been a win condition, been a really solid threat. Sometimes it's just 2 mana, 1 damage to like a Raphelos or something. I could have really used that in my last draft, but You know, I'm going to take Walking Ballista. I don't know if that's correct, but I do like Walking Ballista quite a bit, and there are a lot of broken things we can do with this card. Okay, so here we could take Garrick Relentless. We could take Duretti Scrap Savant. We could take the Shriekmaw. We could take the Academy Ruins for comboing with Ballista. Gives us like an endless source of damage. That's kind of cool. In this pack, let's see, what's probably going to table in this pack? Probably going to be like Dark Dwellers and one of these dual lands, or maybe the Yavimaya Elder. You know, I don't mind Duretti. Duretti could be pretty strong. I'm going to try Duretti, and we'll see if we can find some good artifacts. And we did pick up Lightning Bolt here. I do like Lightning Bolt. We could be trying to draft some sort of blue-red control deck. I do like blue-red control. Also, there's a Vampiric Tutor here. Vampiric Tutor is quite strong. But I don't know if I've really seen all that much black, and I have seen quite a bit of really strong red coming around. So maybe I just want this Lightning Bolt. This is a really tough pick. I think I'm going to go with Bolt, but this very well could be wrong. And okay, I could take Pia and Kiran Nalar here. They kind of go with this whole maybe blue-red thing I'm trying to draft. I do like Pia and Kiran. Okay, what are my other options? Could take Elishnorn. Elishnorn's very good, but I'm pretty far away from white at this point. But Pia and Kiran could be quite strong. Okay, I mean, I know I just said I'm pretty far away from white, but I think the best card in this pack is Terminus. So maybe I want to take that. I don't know. Terminus is quite strong. I also like Go for the Throat. It's a pretty strong removal spell. It's kind of a toss-up. These both are very good, but I think I'll take the Terminus. Terminus is pretty high upside. Okay, so Duress came back. Duress is quite strong. The red seems to have dried up a little bit here. So maybe I'll try to dip my toe into this black a little bit here. And, I mean, these are like aggressive red cards, and I'm really not looking to be that aggressive. We could take this removal spell. We could take Makeshift Mannequin. I think the removal is probably a little bit stronger. I don't really have any creatures I want to reanimate at this point, so let's take the ultimate price for now. So, yeah, this draft is going a little strange so far. Not quite sure where we're at just yet. Well, we have Thundermaw here, and I guess we're taking that. And we're going to take Toxic Deluge here. Toxic Deluge is excellent. And Dragonlord Atarka came around? Wow, okay. I mean, Dragonlord Atarka is very good. And Inspiring Vantage. Okay, so that's not going to be in the deck, most likely. We have some very strong black cards in Duress and Toxic Deluge, and some very strong black cards there, and then very strong red cards in like Bolt, Thundermaw, Hellkite, Duretti here. Okay. Search for Tomorrow is not going to be our pick. Let's see. So here, the strongest card in the pack, by as far as I can see, is this Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. And that would be a card that'd be really sweet to play on turn 2 off of Black Lotus. So maybe I want to be white. I don't know. Teferi is very, very strong. Okay, so if I don't take Teferi, what are my other options? Let's see. So for black, I could take the Dark Ritual, or I could take the Scarab God. Or for red, I could take Glorybringer. I mean, those aren't great really at all. Wormcoil Engine is solid, but replaceable. You know, I think Teferi might just be good enough that I want to take him here. We're going to take Teferi, and we're going to see where this goes. Okay. So Trinket Mage here is excellent because it fetches Walking Ballista and Black Lotus. That's very, very good. Now, my question here is Trinket Mage a card that is likely to come back around? Now, we know that 2 people at least have Moxes other than me, because we had 2 Moxes in addition to the Lotus in the first pack. So they might be in the mood for a Trinket Mage. I could take the Godless Shrine here as well. But, I mean, black-white dual lands really aren't as premium for people for the most part. And Trinket Mage is quite good. I mean, Trinket Mage, like the 2 cards I have to fetch here just provide a crazy variety of power. Like, we can either ramp by 3 for a turn, or yeah, Trinket Mage just has to be the pick here. It feels so good, so good. So like play Trinket Mage on turn 3, fetch Black Lotus, and then like next turn play like a 7-drop or something. That is a very real thing we could do. That is completely amazing. And yeah, so right now I'm kind of looking to maybe draft like an Esper or a Jeskai control. Maybe even Grixis, I don't know. I would like to play this Teferi if I can. If I play the Teferi, chances are this Terminus could prove useful. If I play Jeskai, then this Inspiring Vantage will be good as well. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on over here. 16. Okay, sweet. So here we have Chart a Course, and nothing else that really interests me all that much. I mean, Badlands is a great dual land. Animate Dead is really strong, but yeah, Chart a Course has got to be the pick. And here we could take a Scrubland. Scrubland could be a pretty nice way to splash this Teferi if we're going to be splashing white. I like the Scrubland. I also like the Dig Through Time, and I also like the Torrential Gearhulk. Gearhulk doesn't actually have any cards in blue that it flashes back yet, though, so I guess that's not quite as strong. And Dig Through Time, I don't really know. I also could just take Dark Slick Shores and maybe the Scrubland Tables. That's actually not too bad. I think I like taking Dark Slick Shores and then tabling the Scrubland. I don't know how popular Black-White is. And we also have a chance of grabbing the Godless Shrine as well. So that seems fine. So here we can take Collective Brutality, or we can take Lingering Souls. I think I like Brutality. Brutality is quite good. Just provides a lot of flexibility, a lot of power. Sometimes you can get a really sweet tempo swing if you kill something and rip a card out of your opponent's hand at the same time. And it's just very strong. I like Collective Brutality a lot, and I would hope to table something like Lingering Souls could be very strong. So let's take Brutality and hope to table Lingering Souls. Interesting. Okay, so here we have a few options. We could go ahead and take this Tidehollow Sculler. Sculler is very good at disrupting our opponents. We could take Wall of Omens. We could take Necromancy. Maybe I can backdoor into some sort of Reanimator deck. We have done Reanimator already, and it was very strong. That deck went 2-1. I think Necromancy is enough stronger than either of these 2 white cards that I'm going to take it, and we'll hope to be able to use it. So I already have Brutality and I have Chart a Course that can help me ditch creatures to reanimate. And so if I pick up something along the lines of Frost Titan, I could potentially get like a 3-mana Frost Titan after Chart a Course discarding Frost Titan on turn 2. So that seems very strong. Yep, I like Frost Titan a lot. I wouldn't mind Chupacabra or Thief or Unis Prowler on the wheel. Unis Prowler might be pretty strong, actually. But yeah, Frost Titan is very good. And here we can take Watery Grave and hope to table something like Doom Whisperer. As weird as that sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I can't table. This is the first pack I won't table anything out of because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so but Watery Grave is excellent, and it'll give us the opportunity to pick up any number of blue or black fetch lands to grab a blue-black dual land, which is going to be great. And here we can take Impulse, we can take the Scarab God, or we can take Mesmeric Fiend. I guess blue-black seems like the place to be, honestly. I'm not really all too convinced on this red stuff. So we're going to sort this by converted mana cost now. I'm not really very high on threats, I guess. So Scarab God does seem good. But I also really like Impulse. Impulse is very strong. Scarab God is fun. Let's take the Scarab God and see where that takes us. It's entirely possible that that was wrong, but we'll take. I guess Geist is very strong too. You can splash the Geist and just kind of have like a threat that is very difficult to answer. That seems fine. Vampire Hexmage kills Planeswalkers if that's relevant. I like the cast down here. So we did not table the Scrubland or the Godless Shrine. So I think it's safe to assume that someone else is drafting some sort of black-white. I don't really mind this Avacyn here. Wall of Omens is totally fine. Maybe that's a card I want to run. And Unis Prowler, sweet. Okay. So if Unis Prowler tables, I guess Reanimator is on the table. I mean, we have ways to discard, we have ways to reanimate. I know I saw an Animate Dead in, I think, the beginning of pack number 2. So we're not going to get Animate Dead specifically, but that is okay, because here we can take Treachery. Treachery is excellent. Treachery steals our opponent's best creature and untaps a bunch of lands. That's going to be amazing. And I like Arcane Artisan as well, but we don't really have a lot of really crazy things to sneak into play with that just yet. But Treachery is really good. I also wouldn't mind Cloudskate or even Vraska's Contempt, but Treachery is going to be really good. So we'll take this. Treachery here. All right, and here, pretty obvious pick for me is Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is very, very good. It's 1 mana, gets the best card out of your opponent's hand. Just really is a great disruption. Other cards that are strong here, I like Jace Beleren. I would love to see Jace on the wheel. Gush is strong in a Storm deck. Tolarian Academy is very, very good. If I have a lot of artifacts, which I do not, I have like 3. But Thoughtseize is very good. Also, there's a Splinter Twin here. So somebody, the guy who picked up the Pestermite in pack number 1 is going to really love this. But yeah, Thoughtseize is great. We're not going to be passing that up. And here we'll probably take the Exhume. That's another Reanimator card, which should be very strong. I think it's reasonably likely that this Demon Lord Belzenlock will come around, and Belzenlock is not the best Reanimator target in the world, but it is certainly a reasonable card to reanimate. So we'll take Exhume. Exhume is not bad. I also wouldn't mind Orzhov Signet or Languish on the wheel, so we have like 3 pretty decent cards to table. So we'll take this. And here we have Mystic Confluence, we have Grim Monolith. I think Mystic Confluence is just very, very good. Yeah, this card puts in a ton of work. The flexibility on this card is just very, very worth all the mana you spend on it. So we can take this, and hope to table something like Tasigur or Phyrexian Arena or even Grim Tutor, because there's no way this Monolith is coming back. But Confluence is too good to pass up. And then here we could take Inquisition or Power Stone or probably this Tundra. I like the Tundra because it gives us an easy way to splash the Teferi, which will be very, very good. So we will take that. And so now that we have like good mana and we have a bunch of really strong cards, we're just gonna try to pick up like any and all just sweet reanimator things we can find. And let's see. So here, there's nothing really for reanimating, but we do have a Blink of an Eye, and this card is not bad. It's just a solid playable. So I think we'll be taking that. I don't really see myself playing any of these other cards, so we'll take Blink, and I guess we'll put that in that slot right there. Here we can take the Hostage Taker, or we can take Concealed Courtyard. Concealed Courtyard helps us splash the whites here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 cards will come back, probably Student of Warfare and like Student of Warfare and then one other one. I think there's a reasonable chance that this Concealed Courtyard comes around, but I very much like Hostage Taker. Actually, the Scarab God did come around, so I think it's likely that this one will too. We'll take the Courtyard. Courtyard just makes our splash for the Teferi just that much easier. And here we can take Living Death, or we could take the Bloodfast. Not sure I like Living Death all that much. That's a tough one. But Bloodfast is very good as a sideboard card against a blue control deck, of which there are often many. So I could take this, and we'll see how that goes. And here Looter Ilkor actually is very strong. Yeah, Looter Ilkor is very good. Just play it on 2, you discard a bunch of stuff to it, and you get to... Wow, no one took Splinter Twin? Wow, okay, that's very surprising. That is very surprising to me. I mean, I can't play it. It's nowhere near where I'm at right now. I could take Yawgmoth's Will, I guess. Or Tanglewire. Or Gush. That's so weird. I don't know why this Splinter Twin came around, but take Yawgmoth's Will, I guess. That's probably the strongest card in the pack. And Bells and Lock came around like I thought he would. So, yeah, this isn't a bad reanimator target. It just draws me some cards. I mean, it's not the best ever. I do like Dragonlord Ojutai too. But I don't know. I think we'll take Bells and Lock. And Tasigur. Tasigur is very strong. This is a pretty good Tasigur deck. I'm not really going to be playing this Yawgmoth's Will. I might want Faith's Fetters for the sideboard. And Quagmire or Condemn. I think Condemn is a good sideboard card too, potentially. And Student of Warfare, as I suspected, is the last pick. Yeah, this card is just a very strange card in Cube. So we'll take these out for now and see what we need for the main deck. I might be able to just count Black Lotus as a land, because that's kind of what it acts as a lot of the time. So let's sort group creatures separately. Now, I don't like the fact that we have 0 4-drops in this whole deck, but I mean, we have a lot of very strong 5-drops, so I guess it kind of evens out maybe. The weak link here, we have Ultimate Price and Cast Down. Those are both pretty strong. I guess maybe the weak link is Blink of an Eye. Could be just Blink of an Eye. Blink of an Eye isn't particularly great. So we got the Necromancy and we got the Exhume for like these 6-mana creatures. I wouldn't mind putting in like Avacyn Angel of Hope as well. Avacyn would be a pretty strong reanimator target, but I mean, I don't really think I want to stretch my mana base all that much. The problem with Avacyn is like there's a lot of cards that just make Avacyn really, really bad. So your opponent could just have some sort of like control magic effect. Just steal your Avacyn, or they could make you sacrifice her, or they could exile her or something. Like there's just so many ways to deal with this. I think it's definitely like these two right here, like this Atarka and this Avacyn are definitely like solid options to bring in for the reanimation. And then I think I will bring like one or two, like one or both of these in to specifically to reanimate in matchups where I think they will be good. Now I don't know what those matchups specifically are, but I think I will know them when I see them. The question is, are Cast Down and Ultimate Price better in Cube than Blink of an Eye? I think the answer is probably yes. So yeah, I mean, this deck looks not as good as our last blue-black reanimator deck, but we kind of got into this a little bit late. So I think that's fine. So we're going to combine the groups, and we're going to sort by converted mana cost. And we're going to get all of our dual lands in. We did not end up with any actual fetch lands, which is a little sad. Sort by mana cost again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll have like 1, 2, and then like 3 sources of white. I think I want maybe like 1 plains, probably. All right, or just 6 and 5. Okay, so I mean 3 sources of white. Is that enough for the 1 Teferi? I mean, probably yes. I have a lot of draw. Like I have the chart, I have Looter Core, I have Search. I have Trinket Mage that can fetch Black Lotus for that. So yeah, I mean, since it's just the 1 Teferi, I don't think I probably need more than just these 2 white sources plus Black Lotus. So we'll take, let's see, basic lands and 6 and 5. Yeah, that's probably fine. And again, it's only suggesting 6 and 5. So we're at. I'm going to sort this by color real quick just so I can see. Yeah, let's add one more swamp. Yeah, what are you doing? Okay. There we go. Okay, so we'll sort by converted mana cost again. This seems really good. I like where this deck ended up. I generally like a little more in the way of counter magic for my reanimator decks, but I mean, this is kind of just like blue-black control, like a grindy blue-black control deck that happens to have a bit of reanimator attached to it. So we could just very well win the game by like Trinket Maging up a Black Lotus into some crazy powerful big card. So yeah, this is how it's going to be. Let's take it out for a spin. Actually, let's just hold on. I'm going to first take a, there we go, snipping tool, take a picture of our deck so we know what's actually in it. This makes it a lot easier to see. Join our first match. Okay. I did win the die roll. I would like to play first, and we've got a hand that has a signet and some good cards. So we're going to keep. I'm going to lead on an island in case my opponent has a wasteland. Also reveals less about what we're doing than the concealed courtyard does. So my opponent has a swamp. Interesting, interesting. Play the Demir Signet. 1, 2. Okay. So we can do Scarab God on turn 4. And Scarab God is quite good because it is very, very difficult to kill. So yeah, here we just have all of our expensive creatures, like literally all of them. Yep. We have all 3 of the 6s, and we have the one 5 mana creature. There's nothing to do on this turn, so that's okay. My opponent's not doing much like either, so So let's see what my opponent has here. Putrid Imp. Oh, looks like my opponent's Reanimator too. Okay, this is fine. Now, if my opponent can't actually answer the Scarab God, if like, oh wow, yeah, we're just gonna Thoughtseize our opponent first here. I don't want to run into some counterspell. Grave Titan, Grim Tutor, Thirst for Knowledge, Grizzlebrand. Okay. So my opponent has the Grim Tutor, and Grim Tutor is going to allow my opponent to fetch up whatever, like whatever big Reanimator card my opponent has, and I'd rather not run into that. So we're going to take Grim Tutor, and then I'm just going to delve these Thoughtseize away to cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, can't do that. Never mind. But it is good to know what's going on over there. So we'll just probably play Frost Titan and lock down this island or something next turn if we draw a mana source. If not, we'll just slam this Scarab God. Because Scarab God basically is very much game winning against a Reanimator deck. For the simple reason that the activated ability will get rid of any card in their graveyard. I just exile it. So if they're trying to like get something back, I just exile it in response. Okay, Grizzlebrand and Shield Red hit the bin. Okay, that's pretty good. And we draw Island. Okay, so the question is, do you want to play Belzenlock, Frost Titan, or Scarab God? Or even Tasigur? I think Tasigur is the weakest of these four. I think I want to... My opponent, I know they have Grave Titan Languish still left right now. So maybe I just play Frost Titan and lock down the island or something. The one thing is really bad here is if my opponent happens to have a Reanimator card right now and they reanimate the Shield Red. So actually, hold on. So so what I think I want to do here is I want to play the Scarab God. Hear me out. So if I play Scarab God, then if my opponent decides to Shield Red me, then I can always just, like, with the sacrifice trigger on my upkeep, I can exile I can just exile the Grizzlebrand, and I will avoid having to sacrifice the Scarab God. So 3, 4, 5, we're going to play the Scarab God. And that's going to be very hard to kill. So if my opponent... So my opponent basically has to have a Reanimator card this turn, and if he does not, then Scarab God will just slowly eat away at his graveyard. Also just get to, like, exile Grizzlebrand and then just, like, draw 7 cards out of it. Oh, man. I mean, that's a good way to find the ultimate price that I'd need to kill the Shield Red, so that's fine. My opponent does happen to have the Grave Titan still in hand. So 1, 2, 3, Liliana of the Veil. Well, that's really good. Okay. Sure. Scarab God down. Dang it. I mean, none of my other... It does just go back to my hand, so that's fine. But any of my other, like, big guys just get totally destroyed by Liliana, so they get destroyed even worse, actually, than Scarab God. Scarab God does come back at the end of the turn. So we'll just get Scarab God back, and we'll untap and draw. And we have an island here. So the question is, do I want to leave this island in hand to discard to Liliana's uptick? And I think the answer is probably yes. I really don't see myself wanting to discard any of these three to Liliana's +1. So we're just going to recast the Scarab God and be happy about it. The one potential thing we could want would be, like, if I draw, like, if I like play this land this turn and then next turn draw another land that I could play. Are you really gonna attack with Putrid Imp? I'm not gonna be blocking because I know you have Languish in hand. I'm not gonna let my Scarab God die to Languish. Not today, buddy. Yeah, so the only upside for that would be just like if I wanted to. Oh wow, actually, ooh. No. So Shield Red triggers at the beginning of upkeep. Okay, yeah, this is fine. Brújula. That's an interesting name. It's like almost the Spanish word for witch, but then it's like just a little bit off. This is fine. That's right, Cheese. This is fine. Buried alive. Okay. So my opponent's probably gonna play this Grave Titan here that I saw. Yeah, Grave Titan's good. I'm not gonna lie about that. Grave Titan is pretty solid. Yeah, I don't have any zombies, so this ability does not matter. I'm going to Treachery this Grave Titan, though. Wow, that's insane. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Heyo! And that's why this card is disgusting. Woo! Okay, so yeah, so attack Scarab God into Liliana, and I can just like eat my opponent's graveyard. I probably just want to get the Shield Red here. Shield, or maybe just ooh. I mean, Shield Red, and Grizzlebrand are both so good. Right, they're so good right now. But we're going to attack Liliana of the Veil. My opponent's going to block with a zombie, which is fine. And if my opponent like minuses to the Liliana, we're probably just going to use Scarab God to reanimate Grizzlebrand, and we're going to draw 7 cards off it because that sounds like a lot of fun. And we're going to win. Sweet. Yeah, so Scarab God's excellent in this matchup. My opponent is playing blue-black Reanimator, just like we are. I think we are a little more controlling than they are, so that's totally fine. Maybe Faith's Fetters is a card that I want here. Faith's Fetters does turn off Liliana. It does turn off my opponent's Grave Titan. It does turn off, like, it turns off a lot of their stuff, and even, like, it also keeps it in play so they can't, like, just re-get it, which I really like. So I don't think that this cast down is going to be good because the two like sweet reanimator targets that I saw were Grizzlebrand and Shield Red, which are both legendary. So we're going to cut that. We're going to add in Faith's Fetters. I already have like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 white sources. It's a little awkward with the Faith's Fetters. Faith's Fetters is a little awkward, but maybe you just ditch a swamp because I don't really have a lot of double black. Yeah, we're gonna ditch a swamp and add in a plains. I think this will help just mitigate this white a little bit more. Sweet. I mean, Faith's Fetters is gonna be quite solid, I think, here. It answers everything, and we have turn 2 Teferi. Yeah, that's great. That's excellent. I hope you're still here, Cheezot, because the thing you're about to witness will be legendary. Demir Signet? Okay. So we'll play Swamp and pass. Then we'll go Plains, Lotus, Teferi. It's the spiciest meme! I know! I know. We're just gonna -3 Teferi on this Basalt Monolith here. Just set my opponent back to, like, never. Yeah, we're gonna cast Black Lotus. I'm back for before a girlfriend kicks you out. Alright. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for spending time with me, buddy. Okay, Teferi. Woo! And we're gonna neg 3 on the Basalt Monolith. Set my opponent back a little bit here. We have ultimate price for whatever creature they have to attack the Teferi. We have a Demir Signet to play too. Yeah, we're doing great things here, guys. Alright, so draw a card. Turn 2 Teferi. Woof! Woof! And that, everyone, is why Black Lotus is the most powerful card in the game. Because it lets you do some seriously disgusting things. Untap that plains. Yeah. Woo! Teferi Hero Dominaria. And we even have Trinket Mage for Walking Ballista here. Wow, okay. We just have everything. I'm actually going to play Trinket Mage first so that I don't run into the whole 1, 2, 3. Okay, hopefully we're back. my internet has been just a pile of debris recently, and it always seems to want to go out during my stream. So hopefully we can avoid that happening. I'm going to duress my opponent here. See what you got going on over there, buddy. Okay. All right, Grizzlebrand, Grave Titan, sure. Okay, so my opponent's going to Grave Titan this next turn, and then I'm going to Treachery it, and then I should probably win the game. Sweet, okay. We will be untapping a couple of lands. Yep, and yep. Sweet. Okay, how's it going there, Cheesecake P? Good to see you in the chat. Hopefully all of this internet problem, all these internet problems aren't turning you away. I have about zero control over this, which is part of what really makes it just the worst. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to Treachery the Grave Titan again, just like we did last game, and win the game. Sweet. Okay, all right. Yeah, my internet has just been straight garbage. It basically, like, at one point during like each of my drafts from like the last like 2 or 3 days, it's just gone out entirely for a span of like probably like 5 minutes or more. So, you know, I don't really have a lot of power over that, but we're gonna mulligan this hand. It's pretty bad. This hand, I can, if I draw a third mana source, I can go ahead and Trinket Mage for Lotus and then cast one of these Planeswalkers. So that's pretty fine. Keep this hand and keep that on top. All right. Sweet. Play Island and pass. One of the drawbacks of having to use Wi-Fi and not having a stable Ethernet cable to use. I'm going to try to see if I can get one of those, though. Because, you know, just losing the art on the Trinket Mage makes it just pretty sad, not going to lie. Look at this poor guy. Look at him. He's just sitting there like, well, you know, I wanted to have art, but okay. So looks like my opponent's playing some sort of blue-white control deck. Potentially. That could be a problem. So we're going to Trinket Mage. I prefer my opponent not counter this if they have a counter. Because I would like to go fetch my Black Lotus. Thank you very much. I would like to fetch Black Lotus. Yeah, I think Trinket Mage is excellent in this in Vintage Cube. It just does so much. Oh wow, recall. I guess my opponent has their own power card. Sweet. I mean, that's really not. My opponent will likely have to discard one of those cards because they're going to go up to 10. They'll have a lands that makes 9, and they'll have to play like a spell, which makes it 8. So if they do, they're probably tapping out, which means I might be able to Lotus out the Teferi, which I will be a-okay with. Oh, look at that. My opponent is Cheeseman. Cheeseman Z84. Looks like he's a guy after your own heart, Cheezot. Or maybe it's just you stream sniping me. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, I don't think the odds of that are pretty great, but that's all right. Looks like my opponent is willing to discard 2 cards. Yeah. He's willing to discard 2 cards rather than let me have the opportunity to like hard cast something off my Lotus this turn. Well, you know, 2 can play at that game, buddy. I can play the waiting game. I am not getting my Teferi countered when I've used Black Lotus to play it. That is not going to be happening. You know how I love MTGO. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? This program is definitely not like completely awful. hoping my opponent just has like some sort of instant thing here. No? Okay. Yeah, the odds my opponent has a counter is just too high. I can't play the Teferi here. Okay, no instant speed draw. That's good. Caracas. Return target legendary creature to its owner's hand. Well, that makes my Bells Unlock a bit worse. All right, so my opponent is kind of in the tank here, trying to figure out what they want to do. Okay, they're just going to pass. All right, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Cast down. So here I think I want to play my Tameo, the Moon Sage, and we're going to see if my opponent has a counterspell. What counters you working with, buddy? I mean, like, it is almost just all but certain my opponent has a counterspell here. The question is just which one, and how many. Because my opponent will likely tap out for something the turn they no longer have a counter they want to hold up. So, yeah, we're probably going to get hit by, like, Cryptic Command or something brutal here. Yep, there's Cryptic Command. Yep, okay. Well, I mean, you can't argue with that. Cryptic Command is very strong. But, I mean, I really couldn't play around that. I don't have any, like, any other stuff to do with my mana, so might as well just cast it. It's actually me sniping you and debating countering Tameo. Well, you know, stranger things have happened. Opponent has Teferi. Okay, sweet. What you gonna do, Teferi? Draw a card on tap 2 lands. Okay, so my opponent has Teferi and is gonna want to tap a few lands. So I'm just hoping my opponent does not have like a counterspell for 2 mana that they can use with this Teferi on tap. Because if they do, I might just not be able to win. Because, like, I'm going to play my own Teferi here off this Black Lotus. So I'm just hoping that this Teferi will resolve because I guess I'm playing around Mana Leak here. That could be something my opponent could have. So we're just going to hope my opponent doesn't have Mana Leak. Don't have Mana Leak, don't have actually Mana Leak is fine. Don't have Counterspell. Don't have Counterspell, don't have Mana Drain. Okay, we're going to Teferi my opponent's Teferi. Get that out of here. Whoop. And play the tapped Watery Grave. And swing in for 2 with Trinket Mage. And we're going to hold up this cast down for any shenanigans my opponent might try to pull. So it is almost certain that my opponent does not have a 2-mana counterspell, because if they did, then there's like no way they would not have countered this Teferi. There's no way they wouldn't have done that, because he's just such an incredible threat. Okay, so my opponent's Teferi is 2 cards down now, because the -2 puts 3rd from the top. Okay. So I have like 2 turns to draw with my Teferi before my opponent can replay theirs and then tuck my Teferi away. So I'm going to hope to have drawn my Mystic Confluence by then, because I really would like to counter my opponent's Teferi on the way back down. Or just something like a Thoughtseize or a Duress to just see what the heck is going on in my opponent's 7-card hand. Like, wow. Okay, Jace Fringe Prodigy. Yeah, I'm going to probably cast down that. Cast him down. Actually, no, wait. My opponent is Caracas, so can't actually cast it down just yet. Jace, Architect of Thought. Okay, so I guess I can cast down the Jace now, and I think that's probably the correct play. So my opponent's upticking the Jace. They could have just -2'd and gotten the Teferi. But, I mean, protecting against the Trinket Mage is probably better, because if my opponent goes just like -2 here, then the Jace would be at 4, and then I could kill this Jace, kill the baby Jace, and then attack with Trinket Mage and kill the Architect Jace. So yeah, we're just Jason for days here, but yeah, we're gonna cast. Oh, it's something that's not. Oh, this is non-legendaries. Okay, whoops. This is not Ultimate Price. This is cast down. Okay. Auna's Prowler. All right. We're going to uptick Teferi here. Demon Lord Belzenlock, sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Demon Lord Belzenlock. Hopefully this draws me like at least 2 or 3 cards. And what do we get? Oh, we got 2. Okay. Yeah, so we got Frost Titan and Escanta. That's fantastic. Okay, so I mean, Trinket Mage can't actually attack through this Jace here, so there's no point in attacking with it because the +1 shield is currently up. So yeah, this is fine. So we're gonna untap at least one, probably just both our dual lands here, so we can bluff having like a counter spell or something. Whatever, seems good. But we actually do have cast down, so that's very strong. My opponent can now activate this Jace, which is not good for me. That is not good at all. So far I have not seen any cards to kill with cast down, so I'm leaning towards sideboarding it out for game number 2. But we'll see how these things turn out. So this Teferi will draw me one more card before my opponent's Teferi can come down, and unless my opponent decides to -3 to actually to -2 this Jace this turn. Okay, Vidalcan Shackles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh boy, this is bad. This is very, very bad. My opponent can choose to steal Demon Lord Belzenlock with the Vidalcan Shackles here. Okay. I guess I can't win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, just 6 islands straight up. Yeah, that's bad. That's very, very bad. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, Shackles is very, very good against me. I don't really know if there's a way I can beat these Vidalcan Shackles here. That might be just something I can't beat with the deck in the current configuration right now. Okay. Okay. Well, Duress is quite good though. I really do like the Duress. We're gonna +1 the Teferi. And I might just have to Deluge for 6 to kill all my own creatures. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to do that. Sure. Okay, Drew and Island. All right, sweet. We're going to arrest my opponent, see what they got going on. I really need to know what is going on in my opponent's hand right now. It'll provide me with information as to how I should be actually playing the game. Karn Liberated? Holy cow. Yeah, this guy's deck seems insane. Mana Tithe, Karn, Repeal, Disenchant. Woo, baby. Okay. So they got Mana Tithe up, and they got Repeal for like 0 or 1 right now, or Disenchant. Okay. I don't know if I can allow my opponent to cast Karn. Karn just seems like it is utterly backbreaking. So probably have to take the Karn, even though I really don't like this Disenchant either, because that kills my search for Escanta. Okay, well, I mean, we have to take the Karn, pretty much forced into that at this point. I will play this island, and I guess my opponent did steal my Bells and Locks, so I guess I just have to pay 6 life to kill everything. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that's I guess the way it has to be sometimes. Yeah, rip again, indeed. Yeah, I mean like this guy's deck seems very, very well positioned against mine, so we're gonna Deluge and we're gonna pay 6 life. What makes it even worse is like I don't think I actually have any creatures that can stick around through these shackles. So yeah, okay, this is going to be a matchup where I'm going to want to. I'm definitely going to want Geist of Saint Traft in this matchup. Like just having hexproof is just very, very good against my opponent, I believe. Jace is going to come my Planeswalker, which is fine. I'm going to kill both my own creatures, so my opponent can't just kill me with Bells and Lock. I guess I have to play Search, but my opponent has the Disenchant for it, so I guess no, I can't play a creature because it just gets stolen. I can't play this because it just gets killed. So I'll play it anyway. Or no. Do I just undo that? Yeah, well, too late. Okay. That's fine. My opponent's just going to kill it. Just going to disenchant. Okay. This is the way it's going to be. I will untap Watery Grave and Island. And it's going to get disenchanted. Yep, that's very strong. So my opponent's going to be drawing their own Teferi now. So my opponent has hand of Teferi plus Mana Tithe plus Repeal. Probably going to play their Teferi and then minus on my Teferi, and then I just am not sure I can actually win this game anymore because my opponent will have 3 active Planeswalkers plus a Vidalcan Shackles against my nothing, and they're going to flashback Recall this turn. Oh, that's so gross. That is so gross. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yeah, my opponent's deck seems very, very good, especially like against mine. They just have more controlling elements. Yeah, so this is classic, your classic rock, paper, scissors kind of thing where control beats combo. Because my deck does have the reanimator combo kind of stuff going on. Opponent is trying to dig for the Jace emblem, and I'm going to play Teferi, go into -3 in my Teferi by all means. I don't think there's any other logical play here. And I can't recast him because I don't have white. Yeah, I can't win this game. I'm just gonna save time and concede. I don't see myself winning this game at all. So Vidalcan Shackles is gonna be a real big pain in my butt. So I want to bring in Geist because Geist can't be stolen. I want to bring in Faith's Fetters because it answers all those Planeswalkers, and then it also answers our friend the Vidalcan Shackles. So these two are going to be very, very good against my opponent. Now, what is not good? That's the real question. Opponent's blue-white control. So yeah, I don't think this cast down is good at all. This cast down seems terrible. Vampire Hexmage seems like where I want to be. That's 2 mana, destroy target Planeswalker. That's going to be very, very excellent. Tasigur seems like it just gets outclassed a lot of the time. What else? I mean, I'd love stuff like Pia and Quran if that was in my colors. I don't think I can really rely on some of that other stuff to make it work. Actually, Bloodfast is going to be really good in this matchup too. Yeah, okay, so we want Bloodfast, we want Hexmage, we want Geist, and we want Faith Fetters. So we're adding in all these guys. And we already took out Tassier, we took out Cast Down. Do you want Ultimate Price? I didn't see a single creature that died to Ultimate Price that I wanted to kill, so we're going to take that out too. And then, what else do you think we should take out? Maybe like, maybe like Bells and Lock, because it just gets bounced by that stupid land. I'll take out Bells and Lock too. Maybe that's correct. I don't know if Exhume is all that good against this guy either, but yeah, I mean, yeah, let's take out Bells and Lock, and then we'll take out a swamp, take out an island maybe, and take out a swamp and add in a plains. Okay, add basic land, add 1 plains, and I think this version of the deck is a little bit better against this control deck. I want to cut the Exhume for like blink of an eye as well. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be going as deep on the reanimator plan this time. But yeah, I definitely like where we are for this matchup, though. Post-board, it seems a lot better. And this hand is garbage, so we're going to mulligan it. This hand has Black Lotus, so turn 1 Geist. I mean, turn 1 Geist is excellent. That's like a victory in like, what, 3 turns? 4 turns? It's 4 turns, right? Yeah, we'll keep this. Put that on top. So we're going to go turn 1 Geist to Saint Draft. This will have to do. Woo, here we go. All right, cool. So if my opponent has a slow start, this Geist is going to absolutely absolutely steamroll my opponent. Because that is just lethal in a very, yeah. I mean, turn 1 Geist is just nuts. Opponent is a Gitaxian Probe. They're not paying life because they're afraid of me killing them, which is correct. They should definitely be afraid of me killing them. Because we're going to attack for 4 on turn 2, so attack for 6 on turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, and turn 5. So, but we also have Una's Prowler here, which is a 3/1 flyer. My opponent can discard cards to shrink it, but if my opponent's discarding their cards to Una's Prowler, that's pretty fine for me. And even if my opponent like has like a shackles or whatever and steals this this guy, we can just deluge it away for like x equals for like x equals 1 here. Yeah, this start is very, very good. Geist is very, very hard to kill, especially for a control deck. Like this is excellent. Exile tokens. Yep. Okay, sweet. Whew. Geist of Saint Traft. You may not have art right now, but you are very good. Selesnya Signet. Yep, my opponent's going to be taking a lot of damage this turn. Okay. Blink of an eye. Do I want to blink this Signet? I think I do, actually. Yeah, we're going to blink the Signet. Actually, we're going to wait till after combat to do that, though. See, I'm going to make my opponent think they have the 4 mana to deal with, to work with on next turn, and then they're going to be surprised when they just don't have 4 mana at all. They're just going to have 3. Discarding a plains to shrink my Prowler, sure, it's fine. Still attacking for 7. And 7 is lethal in 2 turns. So my opponent's going to have to discard 2 cards at some point to this guy if they don't want to just die in 2 turns. Which they will. Okay. We're going to blink this Signet. It's effectively like a boomerang on someone's land. It doesn't really like win you the game on the spot, but it does just slow your opponent down by quite a bit. So we're going to be attacking for a lot of damage this next turn. It's going to be 9. So my opponent's going to have to discard 2 cards to this Una's Prowler in order to stay alive. Good, yeah, there's Signet again. Okay, Signet's good. Have another Signet. Oh, Monolith. Okay. My opponent's still going to have to discard 2 cards, and then I will still have Geist in play. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm losing this game. At least not to this. The only way I'm losing this game is if my... Okay, yeah, sweet. Duress. This hand has been, like, the best mulligan hand I've ever seen. Shackles to Fairy. Cryptic Command is a million years away from my opponent being able to do it. So I think Shackles is what I want to... Okay, Shackles is power, so Shackles can't steal either of these creatures. To Fairy, my opponent can, I guess, hit the Una's Prowler. That doesn't do anything. But it's not going to get the triple blue for Cryptic Command, so I guess I take Jace, because Jace could, like, minus power or something. Yeah, I mean, none of these do anything. Yeah, we're going to take the... I guess my opponent could, like, Shackles the... My opponent could shackles the Prowler by like discarding some cards to it, but it still doesn't do anything, right? Because I still just have the Geist attacking. My opponent's going to be at 1 this turn. Yeah, that doesn't do anything because my opponent can't block both. So we're going to take the Jace, and I think that should do it. Because my opponent has to actually discard 2 of their cards to this Prowler anyway here if they actually want to not die. So they discard all but one card in their hand. So they won't actually have enough cards to discard to shrink this. I don't think they'll have. Yeah, they'll have to discard the shackles. Okay. Discard probably Cryptic Command. Yeah, there we go. Just Teferi left. My opponent can cast Teferi, but Teferi's not going to beat Geist. So yeah. Geist of Saint Traft coming in clutch, man. Coming in clutch. Wow. Yeah. That's a really good Black Lotus turn 1. Whew. My opponent's going to play the Teferi here. And it's not going to be enough, I don't think. The only way my opponent's getting out of this is if they top decked into like Supreme Verdict or like Wrath of God or Day of Judgment. That would be good. That would be really good. I mean, more power to you, man. If you can be that lucky, then you deserve to win. Spectral Procession. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a really good top deck. That is an excellent top deck for sure. I still win if I top deck a 3rd land for Toxic Deluge. And land. Yeah, we just got everything this game. Okay. Deluge for 1. Boop. Get out of here, spirits. Yeah, okay, sweet! Game number 3. Game number 3. Yeah, I think this build of the deck is way, way better than our last one. Way, 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 way better. I don't think I want like any of these other cards in the sideboard either. They do not seem particularly good. Yeah, let's hope for another early Geist. And yeah, let's run it back. Early Geist, targeted discard is going to be really good. I'd love to draw Bloodfast. I think this is the like perfect matchup for Argwell's Bloodfast. I've had Argwell's Bloodfast like in my sideboards of my decks before, but I've never really run into a matchup where I wanted to play it. But I think this is definitely that matchup. Like Blue-White Control is very, very grindy, tries to win with tons of card advantage, and just being able to pay my life, which is totally irrelevant most of the time, just to draw a bunch of cards. Like that is gas. That is real gas. Okay, so here we have turn 2 Collective Brutality or Bloodfast. And hopefully we can draw a white source for Geist. I mean, this seems fine. We have like a lot of good options here. It's not the best hand I've ever seen, but it's not it definitely has a lot of potential. And if I draw Black Lotus, then I just get to go turn 2 Tameo. And okay, so we drew a Swamp. So we're probably going to be brutalitying my opponent on turn 2. And then Bloodfast on 3, potentially. So my hope here is that my opponent like goes Jace, and then I can just brutality, discard whatever, like Tameo or something. I don't know. Okay. Ancestral's good. Does my opponent have a turn 2 play? No. Just gonna discard? Okay. Alright. That's pretty good. So we're just gonna drop brutality here. I would like to know what is in my opponent's hand. Thank you. Okay, so we have Council's Judgment, we have Factor Fiction, we have Brimaz, King of Ereskos. What in the world is that? I mean, Karn. Karn is going to be good. My opponent's like way, way, way far off from that. Maybe, okay, Council Judgment's really annoying. That does actually deal with Geist. I don't want my opponent playing Fact or Fiction. Oh, man, okay. So I think I want to take the Fact or Fiction, because this is going to be probably a really long matchup with a lot of like grindy stuff. And so maybe I want to like force my opponent into like Council judgmenting the Bloodfast. So we'll take Fact or Fiction here, and then I think next turn we're going to be deluging away the Brimaz, and then the following turn we're going to go like Bloodfast draw. My opponent's probably going to have to Council's Judgment it, so they'll be spending most of their mana. And then, yeah, we'll take Fact or Fiction. Fact or Fiction seems like the best card there. Okay, so next turn we're probably going to be deluging away this Brimaz. Brimaz coming in hot. All right, that's totally fine. That is a very fair Magic card. Okay, so Plains, Brimaz. Still has Repeal, Judgment, Metamorph, Karn, and one unknown. So we're going to play Swamp, and we're going to Deluge. We're going to pay 4 life to kill this Brimaz. Get out of here, Brimaz. Sweet. Okay. Brimaz down. My opponent has probably 0 relevant plays on turn 4. If they have a land this turn, we know that they drew it in either this turn or the previous turn. And I'm hoping they don't, because actually, okay, I mean, I guess that's fine. Okay, so my opponent has a land, but does not have Fact or Fiction because I stole it. And here we're going to just slam this Bloodfast. My opponent's probably going to have to be forced to use the Council's Judgment on it. If I would love it. They might just choose to repeal it here, though. Repeal is probably pretty sweet. Yeah, we're going to get to pay 2 life and draw, though. Pay 2 life, draw a card. Yep, it's fine. Okay. So we got value off of Bloodfast. My opponent did get to use Repeal. They still have Metamorph, Karn, Judgment in hand. Spectral Procession. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. My opponent still has Repeal, Brimaz. Okay. Okay, so the card that I want to play here is Scarab God, but I know that I can't, and here's the reason. So my opponent still has Council's Judgment in hand, so I kind of just have to play like Azcanta Bloodfast, and then have my opponent like exile one of them, and then we'll Scarab God the following turn. Yeah, still have Karn. Yeah, Karn, Judgment, Metamorph. Yeah, we're gonna Bloodfast, and we're gonna Azcanta, because I want my opponent to not be able to deal with all of my stuff. They're gonna. What I want to do is just force them to use Judgment on one of these two, because they will provide me with a lot of value going forward. I'm a little bummed that my opponent now has this Spectral Procession and I can't just get back my Deluge and kill all the spirits, but it's whatever. At the very least, I can go like Tamiyo draw 3 next turn, which would be really strong. You probably have to Judgment. Okay, what are you voting for? Search or Bloodfast? Probably Search. Yeah, I'll vote for Search as well. Okay, Search is probably better than Bloodfast at this point. I do only have 11 life, but that's fine. Okay, Blink of an Eye. Blink of an Eye is strong. So I could just Tamiyo here and draw like 3 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My opponent has 6 mana, though. Wow, okay. Yeah, we're going to Tamiyo and tap down a land. Because I want to hold my opponent off the 7 mana for Karn. Because Karn is going to be way too good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tamiyo the Moon Sage. We're going to tap my opponent out of their mana here. And pass turn. Yeah, these spirits make my Bloodfast a little awkward. My opponent does still have Metamorph and Karn, neither of which are particularly strong right now, but I mean, I guess Metamorph could be solid if I like play my Scarab God and my opponent just copies it for 3. But they can't actually use the ability because they need black mana to do that. Yeah, my opponent would have actually been able to play Karn had I... yep, Spirit's coming in. Okay, that's fine. I could minus Tameo to draw 3. I really, really don't want this Karn resolving. Like, Karn is just so incredibly brutal. But, I mean, Tameo doesn't stop Karn if my opponent has another land, which is likely they do. Likely my opponent does have another land here. But drawing 3 is just solid. We're gonna Tameo's gonna peace out. Gonna draw me 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Treachery. Treachery. Okay, Hexmage kills Karn. Okay, sweet. So we have a way to kill Karn, and I definitely don't want to play Scarab God now because Scarab God just gets killed by Karn, and that's very bad. So we're going to go ahead and play Chart a Course. Thoughtseize Trinket. Okay, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Okay, so now we get to Thoughtseize the Karn out of my opponent's hand, and then Trinket Mage up the Black Lotus, and that gives us the white to play Geist. So we can just discard this, like, blink of an eye or something. Actually, Trinket Mage can also... I'd rather actually Trinket Mage get the Walking Ballista, because Ballista can just shoot down all of these guys now. So yeah, that's totally fine. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to discard the blink, probably, because I want to keep all these other cards. They all seem very good. Play Island. Okay. Going to Thoughtseize my opponent's Karn out of their hand. Or maybe I don't want to Thoughtseize the Karn. Maybe I just let the Karn resolve. Oh, my opponent just has Cryptic Command anyway, so that's fine. Whatever. Counter draw, sure. Okay, so we're gonna play Trinket Mage here, and we're just gonna use Hex Mage to kill Karn. My opponent's probably gonna want to tap out for the Karn. We're gonna search up. I could have tapped the Swamp and then searched for Black Lotus to play Geist of Saint Trap. I think having Ballista for all of these stupid spirits is going to be very, very good. Okay, so we're going to pass turn. Back to my opponent. Walking Ballista. Yep. Walking Ballista is excellent here. A little bummed my opponent countered the Thoughtseize, but it was pretty likely to have that happen at this point. So, but Hexmage is great here. Hexmage just shreks the Karn. Remove like 1,000,000 loyalty from it. Yeah, we'll take it. Also, if I can manage to get to 5 life, then this Bloodfast becomes the Temple of Alkazatz. I do like that a lot. So we're going to be taking a lot of damage. Okay. Opponent's going to probably tap out for Karn here. Or I hope my opponent taps out for Karn here. Okay, sweet. Karn comes in. Now the question is, what card do I exile from my hand? And the answer is probably the Geist of Saint Traft, because Ballista kills all of these. Hexmage kills Karn. Treachery steals whatever my opponent copies, which is probably going to be Scarab God. So we're going to exile Geist. You put in a lot of good work there, Geist, last game, but we are going... We have bigger plans now. We have bigger plans. So hopefully I draw a land here, then I can just... Yeah, all right. So Hexmage, take down the Karn. Get out of here, Karn liberated. Yeah, Hexmage killing Planeswalkers makes it so good for Cube. And we're going to Ballista for 3. Yep, I would like to do that. Attack with Trinket Mage. Yeah, this game's turning around, everybody. Woo! DDD Anglin. Hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you in the chat there, buddy. I think this game's going quite well right now. The only worry here for me is, do I let my opponent hit me down to 5 life? I think the answer is yes, and here's why. So if I let my opponent hit me down to 5 life, then this Argwell's Bloodfast does become the Temple of Alcazatz. And that seems really... Actually, yeah, that's fine. Well, I'm going to let my opponent hit me to 5, and then I get to Bloodfast into the Temple. I could save Walking Ballista counters in case my opponent has like something crazy they're going to do. And one of the fun things about Ballista is my opponent, I know, has the Metamorph still left in their hand, in addition to 2 cards that are unknown. And Metamorph copies a creature. But what it does not copy is entering the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters. So if my opponent has, like, if my opponent decides, hey, I want to copy the Walking Ballista, it would just come in with 0 counters and die. So that does nothing. And yeah, I mean, literally you're paying 4 mana to lose all your spirits and kill my Ballista. So, I mean, I guess that's a little annoying, but at this point I have enough mana to Scarab God and then also use Scarab God on your Brimaz, or even like my Ballista. Both of which are really good, so... Okay. My opponent, I know, has Metamorph and Jace. Jace is the last card. Okay, sweet. Jace is totally fine. My opponent is probably forced to uptick here. If my opponent does not uptick, then I will kill the Jace with my Trinket Mage. 5, 6, 7. Actually, I only have 8 mana. If I could draw a 9th mana... Oh, I'm going to draw a 9th mana guaranteed with this Bloodfast. See? That's why I took the 3 damage. It puts me at exactly 9 mana, and just even in case I didn't draw a land here. So we get to actually... Oh, this is sweet. Okay, so we get to have 9 mana to actually play, activate Scarab God, and still have mana to sacrifice something to the Temple of Alcazatz. Wow, just so much cheese. So much cheese in the chat. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to Scarab God. And this card is going to be excellent here. Trinket Mage is going to come in at that Jace. I know my opponent has... Okay, we're going to... I guess I could always yield to that, but it's the cheesiest stream ever. Okay, but yeah, so we have Temple of Alcazatz to sacrifice the Scarab God if my opponent decides that it's a good idea to, like, I don't know, copy it or something. Or I don't even mind if my opponent copies it, because I'll just yoink it with Treachery. So yeah, that's totally fine. Okay. Yeah, I think put Brainstorm in one pile and the other 2 in the other. I think Brainstorm isn't even that good right now, but my opponent wants Brainstorm, that's fine. They might just Brainstorm lock themselves, honestly. Yeah, so all I really want is for my opponent to just not have any more counter magic, because if that is the case, then this Scarab God, I will just ride this Scarab God to victory. This Scarab God is going to do some work. And even if my opponent decides, hey, I want to try to steal your Scarab God, I can sacrifice it to this Temple of Alcazatz, sacrifice it, gain 5 life, and then it's going to come back to my hand at the end step. So I just can never run out of life at this point. I just can gain 5 life every turn. So my opponent can't like drain me out. My opponent can't probably beat Scarab God unless they counter it on the way back down. So yeah, wow, Scarab God is so good. Whew. This is great. This is excellent. So my opponent has Shellock Isle, and then 1 unknown and Phyrexian Metamorph, which is the best clone of all time. Don't at me. Here I'm probably going to just yoink his Brimaz. Although it's also... I could yoink my Walking Ballista as well. Just make a 4/4 Ballista and then just start removing counters to just machine gun down all these Planeswalkers or whatever. Or the 1 Planeswalker my opponent has. So 1, 2, 3, 4... Yep, here's the Metamorph. So my opponent's going to... This is not going to end the way you think it is, buddy. Scarab God, sure. I'm just going to steal it with Treachery. Okay. Alright. Is that it? End step? Okay. target Brimaz, King of Ereskos. I would like to make a copy of that. A 4/4 black cat. Okay, token legendary creature, cat soldier zombie. How boss is that? That is how Cube works. Cube is the dankest format. Necromancy doesn't seem great. I don't really know what Necromancy gets me. Gets me like nothing. So we're gonna put that on the bottom. Let me get Black Lotus too. Okay, sweet. All right, so we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Treachery, my opponent's Scarab God. And we're gonna sacrifice it. Choose a Scarab to keep, I would choose my own. My opponents will die. I will still untap 5 lands. 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay. Oh, he still gets it back? He doesn't get it back. Oh, he does get it back. Oh, wow. Okay, that's funny. I probably should have sacrificed my own. I didn't know that was how it worked. Okay, weird. All right, that's fine. We get it out of the way for like 1 turn. That's going to be enough, honestly. Okay, sweet. So we're going to be killing Jace, Architect of Thought, with this Trinket Mage. And we're going to be attacking our opponent for 1,000,000. No, that's... No. Don't attack. No, don't attack. Attack Cheeseman, attack Cheeseman. That's attacking Jace, attacking Cheeseman. Okay, sweet. My opponent takes 10. If I sacked mine, I'd get it back. Yeah, I just kind of forgot about that. Always yield. Oh, let's use that one. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to slurp it. Yeah, we're going to slurp it like right now, have it copy Trinket Mage, I guess. I don't know. Spell Queller. I mean, sure. Okay. Yeah, Metamorph is sweet. I'm not really sure if that Scarab God trigger actually works. I think it probably does work on the. Yeah, we're going to slurp Metamorph right now. And we're going to have it copy Spell Queller, honestly. I just kind of want a 4/4 flyer, honestly. That sounds pretty sweet. Why is that not a... Oh, wait, because... Oh, right, because... Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's going to be a 2/3 because because I copied the Metamorph, and then the Metamorph... Yeah, so I'm not actually... No, I'm not returning Metamorph. That was a good call. Thanks, guys. I hardly ever get to play with Scarab Gods. This is just a really weird thing here. But yeah, look at that. Token artifact creature spirit. Wrath of God. Oh, man, okay. I'll put Wrath of God in a pile by itself, I guess. Yeah, I mean, this is annoying for sure. My opponent's slowing me down by a lot. Probably going to attack with Spell Queller. I'm going to block, whatever. Wrath of God. God dang it. That's just so annoying. Can you block, please? Thank you. Yeah, we're just going to sacrifice my Scarab God to the Temple of Alkazats and gain a bunch of life. Woo! No, I don't want to activate Scarab God. I want to sacrifice that. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, so my danger here is just running out of cards. Just straight running out of cards to play. Because all the stupid Wrath of God just makes everything awkward. And I don't know what my opponent has. Oh, man. Why is it running down my clock? Can you not? Okay. Okay, so Scarab God's coming back. Sweet. Okay. End step. My turn. Draw. Okay. Which is, do I Fate's Fetters this Sheldock Isle? I think probably not. 3, 4, 5. We'll play Scarab God here. And we'll pass. And I'll just Fate's Fetters whatever comes out of this Sheldock Isle here. Hopefully it's nothing too good. My opponent didn't use it right there, so I'm tempted to think that it's not as good as maybe it could be. Okay, I win. Whoo, man, that was a crazy freaking match, guys. That was absolutely nuts. Man, we were very close to losing that, but wow. So now we learned a few things about how the Scarab God works. That card is quite strong, and yeah, wow. Whew, that was a really really close game. Whew. It's pretty cool to get to slurp a bunch of creatures with it, though. All right, sweet. Okay, so match number three. Match number three. What have we got? We have lost the die roll. Okay, that's fine. But we have a bunch of black cards and some islands. This hand is very, very good if we draw a black source, but I don't think I'm willing to make that risk. This hand, on the other hand, could be very good. Chart a course is not what I want. Yeah, I don't want that. Put that on the bottom. This hand is Black Lotus, so it has to be good, right? I mean, the Trinket Mage is just a gray ogre at this point because both search targets are in my hand. But I mean, Black Lotus is just so powerful that I think it's worth keeping. So my hope here is to draw like into a blue source, so I can like play Luterial Core, have it attack and discard something big, and then exhume it. That's my plan here. Okay. Yeah, I think like Black Lotusing out a Luterial Core just seems like not the thing that I want to be doing. Like that just seems bad. That seems just beyond stupid. So my opponent has a green black. Okay. Green black is generally not the best color combination in Cube. They don't necessarily synergize particularly well. But Demonic Tutor is very strong, so we'll have to see what my opponent has going on here. Outpost 316. Okay. I'm hoping I can get through this match without any internet problems. Unlike the last two matches. X is currently 1. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we do have cast down for any creatures that are not legendary that might be annoying. So my question here is now is like why is this Trinket Mage still Liliana of the Veil? If my opponent wants to make me just like sacrifice it, that's not particularly great. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, discarding the Trinket Mage because Trinket Mage is garbage right now, so we'll discard that. Get out of here, Trinket Mage. Okay, cast down. Yeah, Liliana of the Veil seems quite good here. And Mystic Confluence. Wow, okay, so we're just... I guess I'll just play Black Lotus, and then I can Mystic Confluence off the Black Lotus? Sure, that seems fine. That'll probably draw me into some goodies here. There's also the option of like use Black Lotus to pump Walking Ballista and then like shoot Liliana twice, but that just seems terrible, so we're not going to do that. The Liliana is providing us a discard outlet for anything we could want to exhume, so let's just discard the Luterial Core here. The problem, I guess, is here is just that I don't have any big creatures in my hand that I want to exhume at all. Chiachiza, I definitely love Magic Arena. Magic Arena has been really, really sweet. I've been very impressed with like pretty much everything that Magic Arena is. We're gonna play Watery Grave. I think we're gonna play it without paying the 2 life because there's nothing I want to cast off of that that's I can really actually cast at the moment. So yeah, we'll just go to combat, attack Liliana again. But yeah, I really wish they could bring like Vintage Cube to Magic Arena. That would just be the sweetest thing. Like the UI is just way, way better. The only reason right now to play like Magic Online is stuff like Vintage Cube. Like each player discards a card. I'll discard, I don't know. I mean, I guess the cast down. Yeah, I'll discard cast down. That seems okay. Coalition Relic. Okay. Dark Petition. Yeah, we're gonna probably Mystic Confluence that. We're gonna counter draw draw. Counter draw draw. Counter that. 1, 2 for triple blue. Woo! Counter draw draw. Yeah. Mystic Confluence is a disgusting Magic card. The counter draw draw mode is just so, so good. Alright, so we drew into Tameo, the Moon Sage. And wow, Tasigur, okay. Tasigur seems great here, right? Value. Value indeed. Value indeed. Triple D, quadruple D Anglin. Danglin. Danglin. Okay. Yeah, maybe we just want to pump Walking Ballista even here. Like, pumping Walking Ballista seems fine. Yeah. Only 250 right now. Yeah, I mean, it's this yeah, man. Tassigur's so sweet, though. Oh, man. I love Tassiger so much. Um, so do I exhume something? I could exhume like Looteriel Core. Yeah, I think I actually want to exhume Looteriel Core, as weird as this sounds, right? So like I haven't drawn like anything good, like period. So we're just gonna exhume Looteriel Core and hope to like use that to draw into some other better stuff. Looteriel Core. Play a Tassiger. Question is, do I want to delve all 5 of these away or just 4? I think I want to leave Mystic Confluence. So we're gonna delve Lotus, exhume, Trinket Mage, cast down, and then pay 2 mana. Tassiger the Golden Fang, and then we're going to attack Liliana for 1. And so my opponent probably will just uptick and get rid of get rid of my Tameo, but my opponent's probably going to have to get rid of like their last card too to do that. Yeah, so the reason that I exhumed the Looteriel Core is mostly because I was using that as sacrifice fodder for this Liliana, because I really don't want Tassier to get hit by Liliana. That's just really bad. Okay, discards a card, discard my Tameo. That's fine, I can probably get it back with Tassiger. I will need another blue to be able to do that, though. Ulamog? Oh, no. My opponent probably has something like... Oh, Shallow Grave? Oh, boy. Okay, well, this is bad. This is very, very bad. Yeah, I'm just going to take 10 damage here. We're going to sacrifice, like, Ballista, Looteriel Core, and a couple of lands just to keep the Tassiger around. Because my opponent actually... let's see... So here we go. So I'm going to sack 4 permanents, but I'm going to be at, like, 10 life, right? But I have Tassiger in play, and my opponent has nothing. Because the Liliana is going down, too. So, yeah. I mean, this is fine. This is totally fine. Still have 2 lands. My opponent's going to get rid of that. That gets exiled. I can basically just run off the top of my deck. Liliana gets killed. And as long as I can draw into, like another blue source here, I can start activating Tassiger. I have a lot of good card draw in my deck. Yeah, this doesn't seem bad at all. Yep, my opponent has probably nothing here. And blue source? Blue source or card draw? Sweet. All right, we can start activating Tassiger now. Now this is the kind of game where Tassiger really, really shines because he's gonna sit here. He's gonna be a really big threat. I can end the game in 5 turns with this guy. 4/5 is just really big. I can use the Tassiger's ability to get back like a bunch of sweet cards. Yeah, this seems fine. Activate Tassiger. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll put Darkstrike Shore Scarab God. Wow, okay. Opponent's probably going to be back Looter Core. That seems like the worst of all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. I would not give me back Walking Ballista if I were you. Yeah, Looter's going to get your almost definitely Looter. Okay, Thoughtseize, sweet. I'm going to Thoughtseize my opponent. My opponent could have a really sweet like 6 or like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 mana card they want. So yeah, Kozilek, get out of here, Kozilek. Okay. Playing Thoughtseize does make the Tasigur a little worse, but one of the things I can do is like activate Tasigur and then like use Looter Core to like discard whatever crappy card my opponent gives me. So that's totally okay. My opponent is like a Shallow Grave Eldrazi kind of nonsense. Is that like really what they're up to? I guess that's what they're up to. Okay. So I got a Swamp. Yeah, we're going to activate this, get back our Thoughtseize, and then we're going to discard it to Looter Core. Any order is fine. Demon Lord Bells and Luck. Wow, yeah. Just get back my Thoughtseize. This is fine. And we're going to attack in here for 5 damage. And if I draw to another land, I think I'll probably just ditch this Swamp because I have a chance of being able to draw into something. Ooh, Teferi. Ooh, Teferi. Ooh, okay. Like all the other cards in my graveyard are really good, so I'm gonna discard the Swamp and hold on to this Thoughtseize for now. The opponent could draw into like a Kozilek again or whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just 8 mana this turn. That's not enough to play Kozilek, which is pretty sweet for me. And if I draw into Island, okay. Swing and swing. Okay, we're gonna draw, discard. Treachery. Okay, alright. So I'm gonna activate Tasigur now. So now all the cards in my graveyard seem really, really great. Yeah. And then we'll just Thoughtseize the opponent again. Okay. Whew. Yeah. This is the most times I've ever activated Tasigur in one game, I think. Gotta love that sweet, sweet banana value. Okay. Coalition Relic gets charged up. Still gonna activate Tasigur. And Una's Prowler, Necromancy. Okay. It's probably gonna give me back the Una's Prowler at this point, because all the rest of the cards are pretty insane. Necromancy gets back like Bells and Lock or the Scarab God. Yeah, okay. Prowler's gonna be the pick here, and I guess we're just gonna Thoughtseize again. Swamp. Okay, sweet. Good to know. My opponent has nothing, and Tasigur is lethal next turn if my opponent does not have anything else. Opponent's gonna have like 9 mana here. Yep, sweet. Okay, so we win. All right. So go into game 2. I think I might want to bring in this Vampire Hexmage because that does kill Liliana. I also like the Bloodfast, I think, in this matchup as well, potentially. I didn't see much more from my opponent other than those 2 Eldrazi Titans and like the Liliana or whatever. So if my opponent is indeed like some sort of grindy deck, then this Bloodfast will be quite good. Bloodfast will be excellent. I think I like Blink of an Eye as well, because Blink of an Eye can like bounce an Eldrazi my opponent cheats into play. I did not see any creatures that die to either cast down or ultimate price. I think I'll take those out. And then I guess we can take out... I think Treachery is too good to cut, but That might be the choice. I guess maybe like Bells and Lock. That's interesting choice, I guess. I have a lot of options here to cut. I think I definitely want to keep Tasigur. Tasigur seems very good in this matchup. I guess Bells and Lock probably is as well, but no, I think Bloodfast does a lot of what I'm wanting to do with Bells and Lock anyway, so we'll just take this and see where it goes. So yeah, some sort of green-black reanimator kind of thing going on with my opponent. I did only see the Liliana so far in terms of discarding outlets, so if I can keep Liliana of the Veil off the board, then I think my chances of winning seem quite strong. All right, see whether Outpost 316 wants to go first. This hand is okay. It has Luterial Core. Potentially I could draw into a Reanimator card and discard one of these guys to bring... oh boy. Well, this hand... yeah, this hand became a lot worse after that Inquisition. That's really good. Yep, that was the one card making my hand playable, so... okay, we're in a bit of trouble. We're in a world of hurt here. I would not like to pay 2 life. Yep. This one could be rough, everybody. This one could be very rough. If my opponent has a strong start with Demonic Tutor, wow, okay. Demonic Tutor's good. Demonic Tutor's real good. Yeah, we just have Stone Cold Nothing here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, my opponent just goes Liliana of the Veil here, I probably lose. But, I mean, I guess I'll just discard Frost Titan. Or, yeah, Frost Titan to it, I think. Entomb an Eldrazi, and then... yeah, he's going to Entomb an Eldrazi, and then Shallow Grave it. Yep. Okay. I'm not going to concede here, though, because, like... okay, let's think about it this way. My opponent's using, like, 3... oh, Emrakul? Emrakul? Okay. I mean, well... my opponent has all 3, like, Ulamog, Emrakul, and Kozilek? Wow, okay. That's pretty strong. But, I mean, I don't just lose, right? I don't actually just lose. I'm going to be at 5, sure. I have no lands, but I also wasn't planning on playing anything anyway. So, like, if my opponent can't actually deal, like, lethal damage here... yeah, Tasiger's great here, because I just sacrificed all those lands. Yeah, wow, okay. Tasiger coming in hot. Emrakul, Aeon's Torn. Okay, yeah, my opponent's going to have to actually, like, find a way to deal the last bit of damage here. I think I just exhume the Luterial Core. I actually do want that. Okay. Boop. Alright. This also protects my Tasiger from the Liana of the Veil if my opponent happens to have that here. So I will be playing Tasiger next turn. Almost assuredly. I mean, Exhume on Luterial Core is definitely not the best way to use it, but I mean, I think that it's not terrible. It's definitely not terrible. Yeah, I mean, we got Shallow Grave Emrakul on turn like before our turn 2, and we're definitely still in this game. Okay, discard. Draw, discard. Thoughtseize, sweet. Okay. I just want to Thoughtseize my opponent instead. Yeah, I got Emrakul on like turn 2. Geez, that. Turn 2. I'll discard Frost Titan. I'm never going to cast that. What I will cast is Thoughtseize on my opponent right now, and we're going to see what they have. Entomb again? You Entomb again? Wow, okay. Iona, Shield of Emeria. Wow, okay. Eureka? Oh my lord. Do I even mind Eureka though? So you okay, here we go. So Eureka, if Eureka hits like Ulamog, then I'll just drop in like Tameo and lock it down or yeah, I think I would love my opponent to have Eureka, honestly. Yeah, just like have it ditch like Liliana Death's Majesty so my opponent can't just like bring back Iona Shield of Emeria. He pulled the trigger way too early. Like it would have been better to just like wait a turn and like hit like three of my lands or maybe even like four. Yeah, Eureka is great. Eureka wins me the game. Yeah, we're gonna ditch the Liliana. I don't want my opponent having that. I have just like stone cold answers for everything else. Yeah, this is great. Ulamog, Tameo. Tameo locks down Ulamog. Iona. Yeah. Teferi gets rid of that. Yeah, Eureka me, please. Please Eureka me. I want to show you how terrible Eureka is. Eureka is actually so bad. So my opponent has Entomb. I definitely think I don't want to have... My opponent goes Eureka here. This is great. Okay, whatever. Sure. This is fine. Abrupt Decay. Okay, so he still has Eureka, Ulamog, and then some other random thing. So we just get to go Darkslake Shores and then Tasigur. The question is, what am I exiling? I'm definitely exiling Thoughtseize, Exhume, and then I guess and Luteral Core, I guess. I guess I leave Frost Titan. So 1, 2, 3, and then, okay, yeah. 1, 2, all right, yeah, this one. Exile, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, exile everything but Frost Titan. We're gonna bluff that we have a counterspell here. Make our put the Fear of God in our opponent here, I guess. And yep, we're gonna bluff a counterspell. We are bluffing so hard here. Hopefully the opponent buys it. Oh man, I can't wait to Scarab God my opponent's Iona. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be so sick. Yeah. Dude, this is gonna be great. My opponent's drawn like 3 extra cards with Sylvan Library, so Tasigur actually does serious work on my opponent's life total here. Wow, okay. You gonna Eureka me? You gonna Eureka me, buddy? That might not be the best. No, that's not gonna hit anything. He's trying to clear the way for the Eureka. Not gonna happen. Not going to happen. These Planeswalkers and my Scarab, yeah, sure. Dark Petition, sure. I don't know what my opponent can get with Dark. I guess he can get Liliana of the Veil. Liliana does kill Tasigur. That is very obnoxious. Because Dark Petition, he has Spell Mastery, so it adds triple black. So Spell Mastery with Abrupt Decay and Inquisition does in fact kill Tasigur. It's definitely annoying, but I mean I'm still definitely good against Eureka. Like I'm solid against Eureka right now. Shallow Grave? You get a Shallow Grave Iona? Really? Yeah, I mean, I guess you win. Sure. Okay. I mean, that's a little sad. Okay. All right. All right, you got me. It's like the third. Wow, okay. I just didn't have an answer. Okay. Yeah, we'll concede. Sure. We almost had that too. We almost had that. Can I concede, please? I'm trying to concede. Thank you. So if I can just deny my opponent the Shallow Grave nonsense, I think we got him. Cast down ultimate price. Now the question is, yeah, do I want to cut the Exhume because my opponent can just entomb something in response? Probably not. Do I want to condemn? I might want to condemn. I don't know. Yeah, this is tough. I think my deck is fine the way it is. I just need to not. I just need to have like a hand that has like Thoughtseize Duress or something that can steal away my opponent's Reanimator cards. That should be fine. Because my opponent has been on the play so far, like every single game. So with me on the play, I should be able to rip that nonsense out of my opponent's hand before he can do anything with it. So hopefully we can draw into some good stuff like that. I mean, this is not a particularly great hand, but I mean, I don't think I can actually mulligan it in good conscience. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have an early Eldrazi. I don't think I can actually beat that. Eureka's good again. Eureka would be fine though. I'd love a Eureka here. No, I would not like to pay 2 life. So we have Hex Mage to deal with Liliana if that's a thing we're afraid of. We will be playing as Kanta first turn. And that will hopefully draw us into some gas. We're gonna need lands. We're gonna need like a lot more lands to make this hand work. So we have 3 insane 5-drops, and then these need some good mana, good amount of mana too. Really? Okay. There's the Brain Maggot. I mean, Brain Maggot's probably take Walking Ballista. It's the best choice here because I can just kill it off with Walking Ballista if the opponent does not take that. So Ballista's probably the pick here. Everything else is a million years away too, so. That is the most disgusting Magic card I've ever seen. Look at it. Yeah. That's the stuff in Nightmares right there. Like that just brings back memories like of just really disgusting things you just don't want to think of. Black Lotus. No, I will keep that. Yeah, we're just gonna play Black Lotus and then play Teferi. Uptick Teferi. Yeah, let's do that. Or maybe do I want to just hold up Confluence here instead? Teferi is really good though. My opponent has to have exactly Entomb plus, yeah. I'm gonna go for it. Like the upside on Teferi this turn 3 is just so high. And I also could just draw a land here. And then have a, yeah, sweet, we drew a land. Okay, this is great, okay. Okay, we'll untap these 2 lands. Now I just gotta hope to draw some more lands for this Mystic Confluence before my opponent probably has a Demonic Tutor here. Oh my gosh, would you stop? Would you just stop with these Demonic Tutor shenanigans? Just stop. Okay. I need to assemble like Entomb plus Shallow Grave though to actually like beat me down. I don't know why my opponent didn't attack me. Maybe they thought I had like some sort of flash creature. Okay, Duress. That's great. We're not gonna put Duress. I definitely want to Duress my opponent right now. We're actually gonna. Yeah, I actually might want to. Yeah, Duress my opponent. We're gonna get that Shallow Grave the F out of Dodge here. I'm choosing my opponent. Okay, sweet. Duress is so good. Duress just makes my day. Yeah, look at that. Entomb plus Shallow Grave. Get the heck out of here, dude. Maybe Entomb. Oh, wait, okay, hold on. This is bad. My opponent has an Animate Dead plus Shallow Grave. So my opponent could just like Entomb like Iona and then Animate Dead it. So I kind of have to take Entomb because Entomb is what lets my opponent get all the stuff in their graveyard in the first place. Yeah, I have to take Entomb here. So we'll take Entomb. And then just know to play around like Shallow Grave and a bunch of nonsense. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and activate Teferi's +1. Play an island for the turn. Play an island for the turn. And we're going to play a Vampire Hex Mage. And so now, I know my opponent has Oath of Druids here, so I'm not going to be blocking if my opponent attacks with this Brain Maggot, because I definitely want... Actually, if my opponent decides to untap these lands. So now one more land, and I can actually just Yeah, so hold on. If my opponent attacks and like tries to do like some Oath of Druids nonsense, what I will do is I will block and kill this, and I'll just sacrifice Hex Mage and just remove counters from nothing, just to get it out of the play. Yeah, okay. We got this, everybody. We got this. And if my opponent wants to Eureka, I will be treacherying the Kozilek when it comes into play. So that's okay with me. So I'm going to block here. If my opponent decides that he wants to play Oath of Druids here, I will be sacrificing my Hex Mage to itself just for no value. Okay. So Oath of Druids triggers on... Okay. That is how that works. Okay. Sweet. So if my opponent wants to Eureka me, I will be treacherying the Kozilek away and then winning the game with that. Wow, this guy's deck seems really sweet. So Oath of Druids is fine. We'll just keep this guy around for a turn, and then I'm just going to sacrifice my Hex Mage at end of turn, or like before the end of the turn. Ooh, Exhume? Yeah, I'm going to put that in my graveyard. I don't think I want Exhume this game. Trinket Mage? Okay, I don't want to play Trinket Mage because Trinket Mage activates Oath of Druids, which that is not... I'm not in the market for that right now. Hopefully draw a land so that I can have 5 mana for this Confluence. Okay, sure. So we're going to attack for 2, and then we're going to sacrifice Hex Mage to itself for no value. And so now my opponent actually like can't play creatures, because if they do, then I get to Oath for like Frost Titan or something. Sure. Remove the counters from Oath of Druids just for the lulz. So yeah, Oath of Druids is not particularly great against this Hex Mage. Okay, alright, so Oath of Druids does not trigger. Fairy does. I'm just going to not untap any lands because I have no lands to untap. Not gonna lie, this has been one hell of a match. Like, this guy's deck seems really, really good. But I think we're gonna be able to get him just through the sheer power, and we're gonna not untap his lands. Just through the sheer power of my OBS disconnecting every 5 minutes. Just kidding. Through the sheer power of Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, and combined with Black Lotus. Black Lotus is doing work. Yeah, we're going to need 1 more mana for that Confluence, and then I think we'll be pretty set. Oath of Druids does not trigger, and now my opponent can't play normal creatures, otherwise I get to have fun with Oath of Druids. Animate Dead on my... Oh, no! No, come on, man. Okay. Yeah, now my opponent just gets to Animate Dead my Vampire Hex Mage, which means that it's going to kill the Teferi with it. Man, that just sucks. Okay. I didn't see that, but yeah, I mean that's really good. Sure. I can't really stop that. But I do have Azcanta, so we get to have fun with this, I guess. So let's go ahead. Luna's Prowler, yeah, I don't want that. That card is garbage right now. And Island, sweet. Okay. So now we have 5 mana, and we have... You pull up the trigger early? Yeah. Okay, we're back. Yeah. No, we didn't pull the trigger. Yeah, just it just disconnected for a second because really destroying his concept, man. Okay, my opponent doesn't like me having fun. That's what I figured out. So he has a hand of Kozilek, Eureka, Shallow Grave, and like 1 rando. Man, that was so. I was about to transform that too, but I guess I can't counter Abrupt Decay. So I think my best chance of winning this game is just my opponent deciding to go all in on the Eureka plan. But Yeah, I mean, Oath of Druids is good. Oath of Druids is really good. Chart course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mana. So if I draw into like a land, I can play that. Yeah, I'd rather just play it safe and for sure know I have Confluence up because I do not want to be getting shallow graved, Eldrazi shallow graved right now. Like that is just a way to lose this game. Oh wow, Necromancy? Okay. So my opponent giving him a creature from Oath and then treacherying it. See, I definitely could do that, but like it's just super risky because like what if he gets Iona? You know, like he just gets Iona, names blue. Like what do I do? Like I'm just totally screwed at that point. Um, so I do have Necromancy, and Necromancy can be cast at instant speed. If it gets sacrificed at end of turn, if I do though, so um, yeah, we're just gonna play it safe for now. I think I'm gonna want to probably like win this game with like Tameo the Moon Sage. I think. Like what I want to do is like wait till I have like 10 mana and then like Tameo plus something. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, I'm just in a really awkward spot. This Oath of Druid just makes my life really, really awkward. If my opponent hadn't had the Animate Dead for my Hex Mage, I could have just Teferi ultimated and then just slowly exiled all my opponent's permanents, but we don't get to have that much fun today. Okay. Swamp. Okay, sweet. So now I think I feel comfortable, and OBS is again disconnecting. Okay. So I think I feel comfortable now playing the Charter Course. Let's discard the Trinket Mage. I don't think I'm ever playing that card. Ooh, Argwell's Bloodfast. Okay, Bloodfast is great. Let's play Bloodfast. Okay, so Bloodfast is really good. We're going to use that to outdraw our opponent here. I probably should have waited a turn so I had Confluence up, but, you know. I do have instant speed Necromancy to counter a potential shallow grave, so I think I feel comfortable doing this. Yeah, rip stream. I know. Like, my internet really needs to get its act together here. Oh, we're back up. Okay. All right. Can you guys see me again? Sweet. Okay. So my opponent is letting me 2 life, draw a card. Yeah, here's the Tameo. Okay, sweet. So Tameo is probably going to be the way I'm going to win this game. I'm just going to wait till I have 10 mana and can cast Tameo and then also hold up Confluence. And we're going to win by just using like Ballista plus Tameo. That's how we're going to win this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 mana. Can Bloodfast like twice here. Sylvan Library is fine. Sylvan Library does not win my opponent the game. We're going to draw 2 more cards with Bloodfast. Yeah, Bloodfast is going to be actually 3 more cards here, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. Pay 2 life, draw a card. Yep. Let's do that again. There's so much power, I can't. Okay, can you work Signet? Okay, 1, 2, activate. Okay, so I get to Brutality my opponent too. Okay, yeah, this is great. Let's Brutality my opponent. I'm gonna cast Escalate 2 mode. Hold on, right? Cast Escalate 2 modes. Yep. Target them. And I guess we're gonna discard like Darkslick Shores. We're gonna steal our opponent's probably like the Shallow Grave. Shallow Grave, Eureka, and like some other random cards. Our opponent's doing an instant speed thing. Instant speed shallow graving what? You have nothing to You really gonna shallow grave the brain maggot? Well, I mean, sure. I guess I can just like ballista you, or I don't know. That only lasts for a turn, so like that's gonna exile. I think that dies at the end of the turn. I'll just get it back, so I don't really care. This is totally fine. My opponent's just wasting their shallow grave. I'll probably just take Eureka at this point. Although Eureka probably wins me the game anyway, but my opponent takes Confluence. Okay. And we'll take Eureka. Wow, okay. Sundering, Titan, Necromancy, Kozilek, Emrakul. Wow, holy moly. What a bunch of cards my opponent has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Titan, Emrakul, Necromancy, Kozilek. Okay. Exile Brain Maggot. I'll get back this Mystic Confluence. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna win this game with Tamiyo Ultimate. That's how it's gonna be. I don't think I really need to even draw any more cards with the Bloodfast at this point, right? Probably doesn't hurt, right? Blink of an eye. Okay, sweet. We're gonna play Tamiyo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tamiyo the Moon Sage. Tap target permanent. Tap the Bayou. Okay. If I plan to play Sundering Titan, I probably just let it resolve, right? Discard this. Okay. Just let it resolve and then like steal it with treachery or something. One, two, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually might just counter it, honestly. What do you got? Necromancy targeting what? Nope. Necromancy probably hits my... hits my Hex Mage and kills my Tamiyo. I do not want my opponent killing my Tamiyo. Don't kill my Tamiyo. Thank you very much. What are you doing? You don't have enough mana to pay 9, dude. Yeah, I mean, Shallow Grave's sweet. Other ones you might want to add would be, let's see, what's that card called? Corpse Dance is good. Corpse Dance is a similar effect to that. Liliana the Veil, sure, that's fine. It's just a card like this island or whatever. Discard the Necromancy. I don't think I'll need it. Actually, I think it's fine to have that as a counter to the Eldrazi reanimation. I don't know. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I actually almost have enough mana to like. And we'll discard Necromancy. Do I have enough mana? I almost have enough mana. Oh, I have it as Emrakul discard. Okay. I almost have enough mana to just like ballista my opponent for lethal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So 12. I'm almost yeah. We're almost able to just kill our opponent straight up. Tap that. Doesn't untap. Okay. Pass the turn. Ballista is like almost there. If my opponent like pays life for this Sylvan Library like one more time, I just get to go nuts with my walking ballista and win the game with that. I might just blood fast down to I could blood fast down to like 4 life and then use and then just like yeah. I just would really love to win this game with this Tamio ultimate. That just seems like just the thing to do, right? We'll just discard Scarab God, I guess. I mean, that's really not doing anything anymore. Yeah, I want to keep all my other cards. Opponent discards Kozilek. Probably going to try some shenanigans with it on the stack. Or no. Okay, that's fine. Do I want to end step bounce something with Blink of an Eye? Probably not. Okay. Uptick Tamio. Five, 10. So it's 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I definitely should not have discarded the Necromancy. I should have kept Necromancy. Then I could have just like instant speed reanimated something in response to like a Shallow Grave if my opponent happens to like replay that here. Yeah, that was pretty dumb. I mean, I guess all the other cards are not as good anyway, so I'm gonna activate this now. I think I might find something I want to discard more. Toxic Deluge. Yeah, I'll discard that. We're going to a very low life total here, everybody. But yeah, I mean, Ballista plus Tamio should probably do it. Oh, wait, shoot. My opponent has a -6 delete. Okay. Ah, dang it. I have to play this next turn, don't I? No! No, no, no. Ultimate the Lily. Wow. Okay. That's fine. I can just bounce it. Whatever. I'm just going to bounce this. Bounce Liliana. Boop. Yeah, we're gonna win with Ballista. That's what's gonna happen. Ballista plus Tamio ult. That's how we're gonna do it. Now I just have no defense against Shallow Grave, but who needs it? There's Liliana again. Discard Thoughtseize this time. Man, this has been a crazy freaking game, that's for sure. Ooh, baby. Discard Thoughtseize. Hold on. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I need like 2 more mana sources to just kill my opponent from 8. So I guess I just have to untap and do this the old-fashioned way. Okay, sweet. Tassiger is awesome. We're going to emblem this Tamio. And then we're going to like Ballista for 1,000,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, Ballista for like 5, 6. Okay, Ballista for 6. And then we're just gonna like ping. We can like ping the Liana a bunch of times if we want to. But yeah, we're gonna play Tassiger as well. Exile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't care. All right, here we go. Yep, Ballista plus Tamio ult should do it. So put upkeep stop here. We're gonna hit We're actually gonna hit this Liliana for 4, just so my opponent can't like discard it and have the way to get an Eldrazi into play. I definitely want to just we're gonna kill Liliana here during my opponent's upkeep. Okay. Because the Ballista is still going to come back, and I'm going to be able to do it for 6 to my opponent's face anyway. But I just don't want my opponent to have the out of like having a way to discard something to Shallow Grave to get into play. Like that is like I think the one way I lose this game at this point. So we're gonna shoot down the Liana during my opponent's upkeep, and then we'll have 2 damage left for their face, and then we just will untap and play Ballista for 6 again, and then Ballista my opponent to death. Okay, sweet. My opponent does get to activate Oath of Druids this turn, which is pretty gross. We're going to do that. Kill Liana down to 0. This way we also can just, like, if my opponent doesn't hit, like, Emrakul or whatever, we can just Treachery or whatever our opponent puts into play here. Hopefully it doesn't have haste. I don't think it has haste. Probably just an Eldrazi. Or Iona. Iona's fine. What Iona does not hit is colorless. Chooses only one color. Iona hits colors. So that's fine. Protection from blue, that's fine. Okay. Blue is not the color that Walking Ballista is. Ballista is colorless. Colorless Ballista. It does turn off the Treachery, which is unfortunate, but I mean, we have Tasigur, we have Ballista, which is going to kill our opponent. So the opponent has to win this turn, and I don't believe they actually have the means to do so. Because I have like a million mana. Even if my opponent like kills 3 of my lands with like reanimating Sundering Titan or something, right? I still have like enough mana to. I guess I might not even have enough mana to win through Sundering Titan because it just kills like Island, Tundra, Watery Grave or something. Okay, I guess I would definitely need like 1 more mana in order to win with that. Okay, I mean that's unfortunate, but my opponent is still working with their Sylvan library here. Trying to figure out what they want to draw. So I'm hoping that it's my opponent doing that and not my internet trolling me. It's very possible. Okay, sweet. All right. Come on. Lily's down, so my opponent wants to do an Eldrazi shenanigan. They have to Necromancy, sure. Necromancy targeting what? Sundering Titan? Titan's probably the best pick. Titan does stop me for a turn. Maybe. I can still just... Oh, shoot. Does Titan actually stop me? Titan might actually do it. No. I just need to like rely on like top decking a land here. Wow, that's actually no, that's fine. I'll at least go back to my hand with Tamiyo. Sure, we're good. We're good. Yeah, I would like to put them all back in my hand. Thank you. Yep. Yep, I would like to put it back in my hands because we have 5, 6, and then 5. Yeah. So I have just enough mana to Ballista our opponent for lethal. Wow, what a game. What a game, everybody. Tundra and counter. Wait, is that actually enough? That might not be enough. No, I screwed it up! I screwed it up! No, 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 no. That was bad. I was supposed to... Hold on. 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, God, no! I did not just do that. I did not just do that. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I totally screwed that up. I was supposed to just kill it off and then put it back in my hand. Oh, God. No, don't tell me I just did that. Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, that's just wrong. That's just so wrong. Oh, man. Oh, God. Yes, I do want to put it back in my hand. I think I'm gonna lose by 1 damage because I screwed that up. Wow, okay. I only have 8 mana. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jesus, no! Wow, okay. That was truly, truly awful. I just messed that up so bad. I don't know if I would have had enough time anyway. Alright, well. Wow. Okay, so we basically had the match, and then I was an idiot and totally forgot that I had to have exactly that much mana to get that. Oh, man. Ugh. After all that. Oh well. Well, that was a really fun, really sweet cube draft there. Um, yeah, so lesson learned there at the end. Count your mana. Yeah, double count your mana to make sure you're not gonna screw it up at the end and lose yourself the last match. Whew. Anyway, so if you like what I make, please feel free to let me know. And I'll be doing this every day from here to the 17th. So tune in next time. And until next time, this is Lord Alvon signing off.